Call 911 immediately if you wake up feeling off, like a heavy arm, a tingling hand, or a strange mental fog you just can't shake. These may be early signs of a silent stroke, and every minute counts. Most brush it off as just sleeping in the wrong position, being tired, or aging. But here's the truth. For adults over 60, these subtle morning symptoms could be the earliest signs of a silent stroke in progress. And the scariest part? Most people don't recognize them until it's too late. This is why knowing what to watch for when you wake up could literally save your life. Today on Golden Aging Health, we're revealing 5 warning signs that may show up right after you wake up, signs that your brain may already be in danger. You don't need to wait for slurred speech or paralysis. These early symptoms may be your one and only chance to act fast and potentially save your life. If you or someone you love is over 60, this video could be the most important one you watch this year. Before we begin, take a second to like this video and subscribe to Golden Aging Health. The next few minutes could help you protect your brain, your independence, and your future. Let's begin with a critical warning signal that strikes suddenly in the morning and is far too often ignored. But make no mistake, this could be your brain's final alert before a life-threatening stroke. Sign number 1. Severe headache of unknown cause. Did you wake up recently with a headache that felt sharp, sudden, and unlike anything you've had before? For many adults over 60, headaches can happen for lots of reasons: tension, dehydration, or poor sleep. But when a headache strikes suddenly, feels unusually intense, or doesn't go away with rest or medication, it may be a critical warning sign from your brain. In fact, a 2022 study published in the Journal of Stroke and Cerebrovascular Diseases, approximately 20% of ischemic stroke patients reported experiencing a sudden, severe headache in the hours or days before their stroke, often mistaken for a migraine or sinus pressure. Let me tell you about Dan, a 69-year-old from North Carolina. He woke up one morning with a sharp, stabbing pain on the right side of his head. It wasn't like his usual tension headache, as it was deeper, almost like pressure building from inside. He took pain relievers and tried to nap, but the headache lingered. That evening, he became confused and disoriented. His daughter brought him to the ER, where scans showed he had suffered a small ischemic stroke. His earlier headache had been the first red flag. So if you ever feel a severe or unfamiliar headache, especially one that wakes you up, feels one-sided, or comes with other symptoms like nausea, blurred vision, or confusion, don't wait. Note the time it started, and seek medical attention immediately. Have you ever experienced an unusual headache like this? Type headache in the comments to share your experience. It could help someone else recognize the sign before it's too late. Let's move on to another early symptom that often goes unrecognized, especially in the calm, quiet moments just after waking up. Sign number 2. Sudden vision changes. Waking up and suddenly noticing your vision is blurry, doubled, or dim. Could it be more than just sleepiness or aging eyes? According to the American Academy of Ophthalmology, over 60% of people who experience vision loss from a stroke reported having symptoms like blurry vision, tunnel vision, or trouble seeing out of one eye in the hours or days beforehand. Take Mrs. Allen, a 70-year-old librarian who woke up one morning and couldn't clearly see from her left eye. It lasted only 20 minutes, so she thought it was just dry eyes. But the next day, it happened again. Her doctor later confirmed she had experienced a TIA. If she had waited, a full stroke could have followed. If your vision suddenly changed for a short time, don't ignore it. Write down what happened and see your doctor as soon as possible. Sudden vision changes may be your brain's way of sounding the alarm before something more serious strikes. Next up is a symptom that often catches people off guard in the morning, one that many assume is just part of getting older, but could actually signal that a silent stroke has already started affecting your brain. Sign number 3. Numbness or tingling on one side of the body. What does it mean when you wake up and one side of your body feels numb or tingling, but it goes away after a few minutes? Is it just how you slept? Or could it be something far more serious? Sudden numbness or tingling, especially on the face, arm, or leg, and typically on just one side, is one of the most common early signs of an ischemic stroke. It happens when a blood clot blocks circulation to the part of the brain that controls sensation and movement. The signal? Your brain isn't getting the oxygen it needs. Research in the Journal of Neurology found that nearly 30% of people who suffered a major stroke had numbness or weakness in the days leading up to the event. Unfortunately, many ignored it or blamed it on sleeping posture or minor circulation issues. That's what happened to Halland, a 74-year-old man from Arizona. He often woke up with tingling in his left hand and foot. He thought it was just due to age or an old back injury. But one morning, the sensation didn't go away. A trip to the ER confirmed he had suffered a transient ischemic attack, or mini-stroke. His doctor said those earlier episodes were missed warnings. If you notice numbness, weakness, or tingling, especially when it only affects one side, take it seriously. Write down when it happens, how long it lasts, and bring it up with your doctor as soon as possible. If you found this video helpful, tap the like button and subscribe for more life-saving health insights. And don't keep this information to yourself. Share it with friends and family. One simple click could save a life before it's too late. Coming up next is a symptom that often shows up in your voice, something many seniors don't connect to a stroke until it's too late. Sign number 4. Slurred or jumbled speech in the morning. Ever woken up and found yourself mumbling, mixing up words, or struggling to speak clearly, even if only for a few minutes? While it might seem like sleepiness or morning grogginess, slurred speech right after waking up could be a sign your brain isn't getting proper blood flow. A study in stroke, the Journal of the American Heart Association, found that nearly 15% of ischemic stroke patients noticed speech problems within the first hour of waking. Sadly, many brushed it off as morning fatigue and waited too long to seek help. Let's take Fangxi, age 74. One morning, his wife noticed that he kept repeating the wrong word for tea, even though he clearly meant something else. He laughed it off, but she insisted they go to the ER. A brain scan revealed he'd had a mild stroke overnight, and speech changes were his only early warning sign. Thanks to his wife's quick thinking, treatment began within the golden window. If you ever wake up and find it hard to speak clearly, don't brush it off. Try saying a full sentence out loud. If your words are jumbled, slurred, or don't sound right, call 911 immediately. Time lost is brain lost. And now, let's move to one final morning symptom. It might seem mild or unrelated at first, but when paired with aging blood vessels, it could be the clearest warning that a silent stroke has already begun. Sign number 5. Sudden dizziness or loss of balance. It might sound like harmless morning grogginess, but waking up feeling like the room is spinning or suddenly losing your balance can be a subtle yet dangerous signal that something's wrong inside your brain. For older adults, unexpected dizziness or instability immediately after waking may be one of the earliest signs of a silent ischemic stroke, particularly in the cerebellum, which controls coordination. While the sensation may fade, ignoring it could lead to serious consequences. Research published in Stroke, the Journal of the American Heart Association, showed that about 1 in 10 ischemic stroke patients reported sudden dizziness or balance loss within the first hours of onset. Many assumed it was dehydration or fatigue, but this delay in response often led to worsened outcomes. My friend Walter, a 76-year-old retired engineer, woke up one morning and nearly stumbled walking to the bathroom. He thought he'd just gotten up too quickly. But as he continued feeling unsteady and slightly disoriented, his wife insisted they visit the ER. Doctors found he had experienced a minor stroke overnight that could have been life-altering if they had waited any longer. Visual. Nui danong lon tui vien vao te vien trong yatum, bio kamboy roi va chuang vang. To protect your brain, never ignore sudden dizziness, especially when it comes on without warning and disrupts your balance. If it happens first thing in the morning, treat it as a possible stroke. Get medical help right away. Are you experiencing any of these signs? Drop your experience in the comments below. Your story could help someone else recognize the signs before it's too late. Let's take a moment to review the 5 early morning warning signs that may point to a silent stroke, especially in adults over 60. A sudden, unexplained headache, unlike any you felt before. Blurry or double vision right after waking. Slurred or jumbled speech as the day begins. Numbness or tingling on one side of the body. And sudden dizziness or loss of balance when getting out of bed. These may seem like minor issues, but for your brain, they could be the only cry for help before serious damage is done. Recognizing and acting on these symptoms right away can be the difference between a full recovery and lifelong disability. Research in the Journal of Neurology and other leading medical publications shows that up to 1 in 3 stroke survivors experience these early signs, but many didn't act in time. If you or someone you care about has noticed any of these symptoms, especially in the early morning hours, don't wait. Get a neurological exam and protect your future by taking even the smallest sign seriously. If this video helped you understand stroke prevention in a new light, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, Golden Aging Health, for more practical, senior-focused health tips. And please share this with someone you care about. That simple act could help save a life. You can also explore our full playlist, Stroke and Heart Attack, for more in-depth videos on warning signs, prevention strategies, and healthy habits to keep your brain strong and resilient. Watch now before it's too late. Thank you for spending time with me. I'll see you in the next video.